Ain't no point. I'm dead already. Days all walk through the shadow of death. Hello, mama. I just want to let you know I love you. And I was the one watching porn on your computer. Let's do this.
So I haven't brought this up yet because I had, the dumb reasoning that people were smart and that I didn't have to explain that, but I was wrong. So I'm sure you've all heard the phrase, all lives matter, and Black lives matter. And I'm sure also that you've all heard the phrase, save the rainforest. Okay, that's because the rainforest is in great danger, and sometimes the rainforest catches on fire, and oh no, we need to save the rainforest. And when I say save the rainforest, I don't mean fuck all other kinds of forests. I mean, oh my god, the rainforest is on fire, and yeah, we should help the other forests, but oh my god, the rainforest is on fire. When I say Black Lives Matter, I'm not saying fuck all the other races. I'm saying, oh my god, Black people are being murdered, and we shouldn't let that happen. I thought that was self-explanatory. I guess I was wrong.
Hey guys, I just want to touch on something really quick. I've seen a lot of all lives matter being thrown out online lately, and sometimes it's by ill-informed but otherwise well-meaning individuals, and I want to take some time to explain why you shouldn't be saying that if you're one of those people. First off, I just want to let you know that I understand why you say it. You think that all lives matter actually means what it says, and that's fair because it's good branding. While it sounds really well and good, you have to dig a little deeper than the surface to understand why it's bad. All lives matter wasn't around until Black Lives Matter existed. That means it was a direct response to a civil rights movement. While it sounds well and good and genuine, it was actually a racist counter-movement designed and perpetuated by hate to take power away from people who already have very little of it. Saying all lives matter is kind of like interrupting an MLK speech by yelling, "Yeah man, we all have dreams, dummy!" What you're actually saying to everybody is, sit down, shut up, you're not special. If you actually believe that all lives matter, then what you should do right now is sit down and listen to the lives that are screaming out for help.
Unmarked cars have started to kidnap protesters in New York City, and the news is not covering it. Yesterday, during a non-violent protest,
Stickers, an 18-year-old trans homeless female, was pushed into an unmarked car.
This was not random. This was a violent warrant squad kidnapping done in broad daylight to a vulnerable female who has been deeply involved in the movement. This was done with the purpose to instill fear and set an example. Shortly after this kidnapping, police began to mass arrest protesters and targeted my friend Booty. He is known for going to high locations and taking some of the most powerful photographs in the New York City Black Lives Matter movement. I took these videos of him from one protest. This is the video of him getting arrested, and here you can clearly hear him say, "They put something in my bag! They put something in my bag!" Less than 15 minutes after this happened, the protest walked past a van with National Guard. Today, when waiting outside Central Bookings for Booty's trial, a National Guard walked into a civilian car. I have never seen National Guard in real life before, and now I have seen them twice in less than 24 hours. Don't ignore what is happening.
Well-educated black.
Puerto Rico.
These are animals.
Look at my African American over here.
When he talks that way, the way he did on this tape, it confirmed that he is truly a racist.
A well-educated black has a tremendous advantage over a well-educated white. A black may think that they don't really have the advantage. If I was starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated black.
They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. It would be 9 blacks against 9 whites, all highly educated, very smart, strong, beautiful people, right?
Pocahontas? Is it offensive? Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Pocahontas? I think she's as Native American as I am, okay? When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. I want surveillance of certain mosques. Negotiating with China. They say, we want deal. I'm asking for the vote of every single African American citizen in this country. What do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose?
Look at my African American over here. Look at him.
We are from India. All of my friends in Little Havana. We are also praying for the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico. And we also love Puerto Rico. Come here. You're not nervous, right? Speaks perfect English.
No, I'm not a racist. I am the least racist person that I can tell you.
You know, I don't want to sound too much like a chauvinist, but when I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof, okay?
There's not a lot of disagreement because ultimately Ivana does exactly as I tell her to do.
See, wait a minute.
Mayor chauvinist.
Right, men? Is that right? Huh?
Putting a wife to work is a very dangerous thing. I create stars. I love creating stars. I mean, I've really given a lot of women great opportunity. Unfortunately, after they're a star, the fun is over for me. It's like a creation process. It's almost like creating a building. It's pretty sad.
Pregnancy is never, it's a wonderful thing for the woman, it's a wonderful thing for the husband. It's certainly an inconvenience for a business. And whether people want to say that or not, the fact is it is an inconvenience for a person that is running a business.
And frankly, if Hillary Clinton were a man, I don't think she'd get 5% of the vote. The only thing she's got going is the woman's card.
But the women say they're coming forward now because Trump claimed at the debate on Sunday that he had never sexually assaulted women.
He was like an octopus. It was like he had 6 arms. He was all over the place.
Jessica Leeds told the New York Times Trump assaulted her more than 3 decades ago on a plane after she was upgraded to first class on a business trip.
I sat down next to a young man, blonde, tall, and he introduced himself as Donald Trump.
She told the paper the two exchanged pleasantries at first. She says he asked if she was married. She told him she was divorced.
It wasn't until they cleared the meal that somehow or another the armrest in the seat disappeared when all of a sudden his hands were all over me. He started encroaching on my space. And if he had stuck with the upper part of the body, I might not have gotten that upset. But it's when he started putting his hand up my skirt. And that was it. That was it. I was out of there. I got my purse and I said, I'm going back to my seat and coach. I was so glad to get back to that seat.
The Trump campaign dismisses the allegations as fiction. For the New York Times to launch a completely false, coordinated character assassination against Mr. Trump on a topic like this is dangerous. To reach back decades in an attempt to smear Mr. Trump trivializes sexual assault, and it sets a new low for where the media is willing to go in its efforts to determine this election.
We're not electing a pastor, we're electing a president.
The story comes after Trump's lewd comments to Billy Bush on the Access Hollywood bus in 2005.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the
I could do anything.
At Sunday's debate, Trump excused that as locker room talk.
That frankly, you hear these things they're said, and I was embarrassed by it. But I have tremendous respect for women.
Have you ever done those things?
Women have respect for me. And I will tell you, no, I have not.
But another woman, Rachel Crooks, an advisor at Bowling Green State University, told the Times that in 2005, when she was a 22-year-old secretary working in Trump Tower, she met Trump in the elevator one day and introduced herself. She told the paper that when they shook hands, he didn't let go, that he kissed her on the cheeks and then on the mouth. It was so inappropriate, she said. I was so upset that he thought I was so insignificant that he could do that. Both women now support Hillary Clinton for president. Neither of them filed formal complaints against Trump at the time. Both say they felt powerless to challenge him.
During the late 60s, 70s, and into the 80s, culture had instilled in us that somehow it was our fault.
And you should know we did ask the Trump campaign to come on this morning. They chose not to. But David, you know, the Trump campaign now saying they're going to sue the New York Times. But the Times not the only publication out there now publishing accounts from his accusers.
That's right. There's a succession of women coming forward. People Magazine, the Palm Beach Post, there's a succession of beauty queens as well. So far, it's all she said, he said. No proof to back up the claims. And Trump denies them all.
Okay, David Wright, thanks very much.